everybody. Welcome back to the Bamcast podcast. The Bamcast, as always, is the home of the anti-PC. Shout out to Boomjaw Physics for the intro song and Prismatic Verse for the sequence that you guys just prayed. If you're watching, you should watch. Here with me, as always, is the co-host Bobby B.
What up?
And Chad. We're going to call him Chad.
One of the clan Chad.
One of the clan Chad. Shout out, as always, to California Apparel. Use the promo code BAM35. Get 35% off anything you've ordered.
As always.
You don't know. Thank you, guys.
We get money from it, so do so.
We love you. Shout out to the sister podcast that does ridiculously well, NetJets. You know, it's in our bio and stuff. Go support them. No neck nets. Love you guys. So, you know, the person here isn't actually Chad. The person's, you know, the lovely Steen Wheatley. Pristine Wheatley, but we're going to call her Chad. For those of you watching, you'll get why we call her Chad. All right?
Fuckboy extraordinaire.
What the quintessential short haircut, shades,
AirPods.
Nego.
Well, sorry, one AirPod.
Just one.
Just one.
So you can know.
Just one.
You are poor.
Yeah,
No.
I don't even have to take out both my AirPods for you poor folk.
Yo, she made a tweet. She made a tweet the other day that someone walked past with AirPods, and then they lit up, and I just started laughing because I was like, yeah, because they're fake ones.
But like,
I have this one virgin who tried to sell me like, no dog, you should buy them. They're just like AirPods. I'm like, I don't want real AirPods,
They're huge.
much less fake
ones.
AirPods, my nigga.
So I'm in the Spread Express and I see this girl walking and I'm like, flex, you know, like she has in a single AirPod.
Oh,
like,
flex.
You know? So I had in my AirPod as well and I was kind of trying to like turn so she could see it because I never wanted to put in the other one in front of her, you know, but you still have to flex.
It's like a signal.
is like peacocks fanning them tail.
Yeah. So like, I see her with the AirPod. I'm like, you know, that's cool and thing. And then it lit up like blue. And I forgot on Google same time. I said, hold on.
Light up
Come
AirPods.
and say if it's supposed to light up in my ears and I like more than no. You understand? So like I Google and I say, oh, blue light on AirPods.
If
And like,
if them
would
light
know.
up in my ears,
Can't
I
see
like
it.
more
I
than
can't tell.
Real
In
talk.
my ears.
Real talk.
So
That's a real med
Real
still.
speak.
That's a real med still. Like, good point. Good point. So when you Google them, what came up?
They were only talking about
Chinese
the light on the
ones.
inside of the pod itself. That so there was no blue light anywhere. Just
I have a question. You know, because you said Chinese. You know, you have patents all over the place where it's like, oh, you can't do this, you can't copy this, copyright. Why China just don't seem to give a fuck?
China don't have copyright law.
Oh.
So copyright law isn't like a global law that applies to
Yeah,
everything?
but they don't have it in the country, so why the fuck them going to care about you having it in your country?
But then
They're not selling their product in your
That's
country.
interesting.
But then how their product get here?
If their product, if their bootleg product, the knockoff of yours gets into your country, it is now your job to get rid of
Right,
it
that's
because
true.
it's
That's
your
exactly
law that says that it can't be there.
That's true.
China have some fucking like X5, some Chinese X5
I
I
know
drive
them.
around China and
I
about.
had a picture
What?
of one
Look
the other-
just
and
like the
can
fucking
import it,
X5,
it
you
looks
know.
Exactly like that.
Bring the mic with you when you turn.
I'm sorry. Yeah. But yeah, it looks just like the
Yeah,
X5.
and because they literally just knock off everything.
Yeah. So
Because
you can just bring
you-
it down and just put on the logo if you want.
Yeah, and every company, every international company that has sued a Chinese company for copyright infringement
Lost.
in China has lost the case.
Wow.
China don't fuck around.
Yo.
Also, you have to pre that there's no private ownership in China in terms of companies. All these companies that making these knockoffs are all at least 51% owned by the Chinese government.
I didn't know this.
Wild.
Yeah, there's no private enterprise. It's a communist country,
Fair.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
so you can have private ownership in a stake of the country
Yeah,
of the
but not
company,
the
but you can't own the company.
entire thing.
Fair. All right. Wild.
So all right,
learn new things.
pre this football
Yep,
clubs in
yep.
China.
Shout out to Bob, always teaching the folk.
Yeah.
The football clubs in China that were spending hundreds of millions of dollars bringing in all these foreign players.
Yeah.
A lot of their teams are backed by conglomerates or manufacturing companies, and then those companies are backed by the Chinese government. So the Chinese government is, by extension, spending hundreds of millions of
Just
dollars
get some
to bring
footballers.
in some football players for
I
trying.
always wonder why them go China. Like, why would I go to China?
Money, brother.
Yeah,
you
the
know
bag.
Yo,
Bag.
I
Niggas
can't-
will travel for the bag.
when Samuel Eto'o went to Russia, Samuel Eto'o went to Anzi Makachkala. The dog was
Did you
making
just curse us?
Why don't you know how to say? Why do you know how to
I know,
say that?
Like
I'm a
with-
football fanatic.
Like with appropriate
Yeah.
No, that's how
accents
it's
and all, right?
that's how it's
Like
spelled.
how do you say Afghanistan?
Afghanistan,
Oh, you don't say Afghanistan. How do you say Chile? You say
Chile.
Chile.
It's Chile.
Chile.
It is Chile.
It's Chile.
It's
How do you say Brazil?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazil. Yeah, Brazil. I'm here from Brazil.
Yeah, you have to talk out there really tight. Hi, everybody. I hail from Brazil.
Big up Anderson Silva.
As you were saying,
What was I
You were
saying?
your complex curse word that you dropped on us.
Anzima
Yeah,
Khachkala.
I too.
There you go.
Is a club in they were based in Dagestan. First of all, Dagestan
Kalabib.
has separatist rebels. There's war between the people who live there and the government.
And the
It
people
rough.
in Mago, they go live?
So Samuel Eto'o goes to, first of all, Anzi Makachkala didn't play any of their home games in Dagestan. They played their home games in Moscow, which is very far away. But when he went, people were like, what the fuck? Why would you leave? 'Cause I think he left either Inter or Barcelona to go there. But when he went there, he was making £300,000 a week. He was making more than his country, Cameroon. I would have got to.
Yo,
I go in for £300,000 a week.
there's a lot of things I do, like places I would work, shitty jobs I would take on
For money like that.
Bro,
money.
you have what was this on Discovery Channel?
Dirty jobs?
Man, they go pay me
It's
enough
a
money. I do
dirty
those
job,
dirty jobs.
someone's
They used,
gotta
they, used to
do
do some,
it.
they used to do some horrific shit though.
I'm a germaphobe. Like, I can't manage.
You're a
Let me tell you
germaphobe?
something. If I drop a coin on the floor, it's gonna stay there.
Rich.
Yeah, but your money got you. It would
All
it
right,
would
Chad.
cost you
I
more
feel like
to
I
pick
walked
it up.
into that one.
All right, Chad.
No,
All right,
Like
Chad.
if I pick it up, I'm gonna be picking at my nails. No matter how many times I wash my hands, I'm just gonna be picking at my nails. all day.
But money in and of itself filthy.
Yeah, and that's why I don't deal in.
It's
cash,
like
because,
90%.
people
That's why I don't deal in
90% of
Yo,
US
like
$100
Chad-
bills have cocaine in them.
Chad has slapped me in my face 3 times in
Couple seconds.
7 minutes. Alright, I can't deal with this, you know. I've been getting dripped up in my own house
What for send?
all weekend.
What for send Chad go back on the North Coast, you know?
But yeah, like I can't. There are certain things I can't. Bathrooms.
Public bathroom supposed to terrify you.
You're
bathrooms.
shy, you have a shy bottom.
Yeah.
You can't shit if you're not there.
I can't doors. Like if I can visibly see.
Oh, the crack in the bathroom stall?
No. Like just regular doors. So like you're walking into Tasty,
Mhm.
and like you know the doors are silver, like the handles are silver,
Mhm.
like you can see that little black. I need to take like a paper.
Well, no,
Like I
that
put the
nasty.
bottom of my
Because
purse.
everybody use them wet hand and touch it, and
It's-
eventually shit start
Oh,
going on
no.
the handle and nobody
No,
cleans it.
I'm talking about like just going like in and out of the,
Mhm.
the establishment.
Oh, the front door.
Right.
You got issues.
Dog, but every door handle you touch dirty.
I know that. I clean my door handles at home
With Lysol.
with bleach.
Okay. How often you get sick?
Not very.
Okay.
It's never occurred to me to clean a handle in
Dog?
my house in my
Really?
life.
No, because I
tell you
just
something.
I just accept
It's
there's certain
just
things
last
that just
week.
dirty.
No,
In
let
my
me tell you,
life.
After you
just
touch
last
it,
week,
wash your hand.
I was
Bro,
at work.
we
and
grew up in the 90s eating red dirt. I'm fortified.
Straight.
I'm good.
My
I
God.
was at work last week, and the cleaning lady, I realized that she does this thing where she puts on her gloves. The first place she cleans is the bathroom, and of course she touches the toilet before it's actually clean.
Mm-hmm.
So like she's touching the toilet, and then she comes out and she cleans the desks and she cleans the
Get a little closer to the mic, Steve.
sorry, she cleans the desk and everything, and then she touches the door handle with the same glove that she just used to touch the toilet before it was clean. And like I had to say to her, you know, like that's just transferring bacteria. Like you have to wipe down those door handles. And she's like, okay. And like I felt kind of
Pretentious.
pretentious, yeah.
Like
And-
Chad.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, it's just like when I think about it, every time I think about like stuff like that, it just gets to me. Like I can't. If you ask anybody at work when I open in the doors, this
You use
just
your
me and my
shirt? Jesus Christ.
any door,
And just little dirty, no?
Yo,
and I work on a construction.
Exactly.
Steve makes me realize like I'm just gross.
Out in the field looking like a sand nigga the way you wrap up and
Every
you can't
time I
touch the
come
door
inside,
handle.
I wash my hands and I use hand sanitizer.
Nah, dog.
Lots of hand sanitizer.
You're too clean.
Isn't it?
You're too
Like
clean.
I wash my hand before I piss and I wash my hand after I piss.
do too.
That's about it.
You wash hand
A lot
before
of
you
people
piss?
don't do
Yeah,
that.
because
Yeah,
the world
you have
world
to touch
dirty
it.
and like my dick must stay pristine. So
Yeah.
you know, I'm sorry. So you know,
Pristine is my nickname.
so yeah, no. Then like
I
before
hear
I
ya.
eat,
I mean,
Yeah.
that would have saved me from the few pepper incidents I've had, to be fair.
Actually, it wouldn't.
that is
If pepper is on
nothing
your
to
hand, that bitch
joke
can stay on
about.
your
You know,
hand.
No,
my-
but you can at least wash it off as opposed to just going raw pepper. to
That
the,
is
yeah.
nothing to laugh about. You know, my youth. Like,
It's
Yeah,
it's
but sometimes like if I come out of the field,
can you dip it in milk?
it's just warm.
your hand.
No, you know.
You know they say milk stops the burn in your mouth, right? Can you like put it in like a shot glass?
How
and,
how the milk works? The chemical in the pepper that burns, capsaicin, it bonds to the receptors on your tongue in a certain way that it's not easily dislodged, which is why using water doesn't help. It just literally just cools the temperature in your mouth, and then you swallow it and start burning.
Acid in milk,
There's something in milk. I think it's the fat.
The lactate, maybe.
I'm not sure what exactly. It might be the fat. It might be it might be a sugar.
Okay.
Once it gets on your tongue, it bonds with it can replace the capsaicin on the receptor on your tongue.
So does it work immediately? Because I've actually never tried it.
It doesn't like wash it all away same time. And then when you get it when you get pepper sprayed, people do pour milk on your face for pepper spray. So I do assume it would work on your penis.
There you go. The more you know.
Yeah.
There you go.
As you guys can tell, for those of you watching, by the way, the layout's just a little bit different because I felt like the books were too forward. You weren't really like, we were secondary.
And I'm just over here in the corner.
Yeah, Bob's always chilling in the corner. I don't know why you like your corner so much.
It's nice. Because I get two armrests.
Exactly.
Makes
Why
sense.
wouldn't you want to?
And I can just rest the mic on my chest.
Since you said armrest, and as you guys can tell, it's a par. It's a catch up with Steen par. We're gonna talk about all this stuff.
She doesn't visit this coast often.
Often at all, but overs because the bag's being secured elsewhere. What's you guys' etiquette for like airplane armrests?
I don't normally
First come,
use
first serve.
Yeah,
germs.
germs
for you.
Germs. Fair. Fair. Makes sense.
But let me tell you, I feel like you have some people when you go on the plane, like a lot of people know that, okay, if I take like because if I use it in my elbow, so you know, like I'll use like the back part of it, and then they'll use like the front. So it's like elbow, and they'll be like this. So it's like this like almost
forearm.
Like forearm to forearm?
Yeah.
Forearm to forearm kind of.
Kind of. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah.
What's your opinion, Bob?
Basically, I mean, how I think it should work. A window seat gets left armrest.
Jim Jeffries' opinion kind of vibe.
Well, or I should say, window seat gets the armrest to the wall,
window, right.
to the window,
Plus
and you get the window,
the wall and the window.
And then middle seat gets both armrests. Aisle seat
gets
the
far
one because you get
and you get legroom.
There's payoff.
Yeah. I can understand.
I heard that from Jim Jeffries,
Jim Jeffries.
comedian.
I
And
love Jim Jeffries.
I mad agree with that. That seems real fair to me.
It makes sense, but a lot of people don't understand compromise.
Yeah, y'all niggas out there who lean your chairs back when we're in normal economy, fuck you.
Y'all suck.
Fuck you, okay?
No, so
It's
the other day I was
awful. All right, even if I want
I
to
ain't
lean
never
back,
been in anything.
I
but
don't
economy.
do that. Oh, bro, I've been upgraded
Never
to
been
first class twice, completely by accident. Right? There were two people cancelled, and it was me and my mother coming back from I don't remember where the fuck it was, and they're like, Professor Fame, would you like to, do? But I heard my son, he can come too. Dog, first class, nice, man.
nice.
It's so nice. You hear Chad? You hear Chad over there making,
Dog, oh my God, what the fuck is the name of the airline?
Oh my God.
The airline that now has the longest route from Singapore to London non-stop.
Man, hit that G hard a while ago.
I don't know.
Singapore. Singapore. I don't know how the fuck is it.
I mean,
Me no speak the Singlish,
What about the airline?
The first class tickets
Yeah.
are $21,000 one
They
way.
can keep it.
However, you get a shower,
No,
you get a bed,
I don't need to bed.
you get the TV,
I'm
you ever
alright.
seen the
Chad,
Dubai
you don't need to bed?
Chad germs?
Germs, Chad?
You're going to be in that airplane for 24 hours, 26 hours,
That
just chilling,
was-
Recycled air?
Virgin, let me tell you something.
breathing in all the farts.
When,
Ew.
like, I can't spend more than 3 hours on a flight. It just don't
So
make any sense.
you're not going nowhere.
Shit.
3 hours on a flight is ridiculous, Virgin.
Shit.
First of all, alright.
Martin's like England, nigga.
England?
I went-
Fuck England. nigga.
Russia.
Russia far.
Me not get them place that. Let me tell you, I was leaving. It's when last
Imagine how
April.
cold she would be.
I
in
was
those
going
places.
to North Carolina,
Die.
and
Bubble jacket every day.
so like your phone automatically changes the time zone.
Mm-hmm.
So when I left, it was like 10 a.m. And then like I was watching Netflix for a while, and then I checked back, and it was like 12. It was like 12 p.m. And I was like, oh my gosh, we've been flying for like quite some time, Did I remember that they were 1 hour ahead of us because of daylight saving time? Oh my gosh. So I was on the plane. I was thinking we were going to be on the plane for another hour.
And you
But
had
I
2
don't know,
hours.
2 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, but why are you awake on a plane?
You don't sleep?
I don't know. I don't sleep. I can't sleep because I just want
Drugs,
to get
nigga.
out. No, because I
Wake
just
up.
want to come off of the plane.
Yeah, and sleeping makes that work real
Let me
quick.
tell you what passes the
The
time if you
longest.
watch Netflix. So like I just downloaded some stuff, but you know like
Download and go.
Yeah,
Best
like,
invention.
Best
That
best
was-
thing Netflix like
Yeah.
that's when Netflix like flexed on us. Like you
Yeah.
didn't even know you wanted this,
It's
but
really, really
here you go.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just
and you just download a couple episodes, watch them, delete them.
I think the longest flight I ever been on, I don't remember how long it was. I was like early, I was probably a preteen, 11, 12, something like that. Maybe even before that, from Mobile to Virginia.
Mm.
It
My
was the
favorite
first
flights
time I
are to-
also been on one of the planes with 3 aisles.
Yeah.
With, well, 3 rows.
Oh, like, yeah,
3
3 rows.
something
Mhm.
seats.
yeah.
I've
2
never been on
aisles.
one of those.
And the plane was mostly empty. Motherfucker, I never have a sleep. I was running up and down that motherfucker. Up and down all over the fucking place.
No, so you know,
how long
I
was
feel
that
like I
flight?
should
No
give
idea.
up my
I
secret.
don't remember.
But
I'd have
I'm
to
going
check it
to
out.
just
Okay,
for
okay.
the people who are watching the podcast now.
What you saying?
So no, so I feel like I shouldn't give up my secret, but I'm going to. So the last time I went up in November last year, and I got like an empty row, but that was just like out of sheer luck. But when I was coming back, I was saying, you know, I want another empty row again. So let me tell you what I did. I didn't pay for a seat, cause fuck that shit. But anyway, so like I sat in the airport. I never had any carry-ons. I never had any reason to go in first, like before everybody else. So I just sat in the airport and I was on, because you know you can check the seating. Like if you can purchase a seat up to 1 hour before the flight leaves.
3.5 hours. Y'all niggas is bitches.
3.5 hours.
No, that one
That's the
was-
longest
that
I've
was
ever
a
been
one-
on. No, for
okay.
me.
Oh.
Y'all niggas is
So
bitches.
yeah, so like you can check the you can buy a seat up to 1 hour before the
No,
flight
we
leaves.
poor.
So I was just sitting there and looking at the rows filling up, like looking at which seat was going.
I feel like
until
that's a
I
very
realized that there was
dangerous
an
way
empty-
to book a
empty
flight.
row, and I just sat in that row, and I got like a full empty row coming back.
Yo, I mean, what them say? The rich
It
keep
feel like
getting
a lot
richer.
of effort, but
Donkey said we're on a level, my G. That.
yeah. So that's how I got
Puss
an
and
empty
dog
row
now have
coming
the
back.
same look.
Straight
Yeah, man.
up.
And
Yeah,
it was the exit row too. So you know it's a lot of.
Oh, I
Quality.
hate being in the exit row.
Why?
You have to be responsible.
I'm not gonna be responsible.
If the plane going down,
Nigga,
you going
if
down
this plane
with
is
it.
going down, fuck all of y'all.
You see, I'm not even trying to be.
I-
Again, as I said, right? Y'all seem to be awake on plane flights. No, bro. Longest flight I've ever taken was 18 hours, bad man. And then you had.
I'd have
and then-
died.
and
I'd
then
have
you did
gotten
and then you
deep,
did
what it
another-
called? Deep vein thrombosis. And I
Bro,
get a DVT blood
Bro,
clot. And
then you did like another connecting flight. That was another 4, right? For
No,
the
brother.
For the 4-hour one, I was awake. For the 18 hours, I was awake
No, but
to
you
piss
have
and
to
eat food.
No.
That was
no.
it.
But guess
That
what?
was
I
it.
would have to knock out. Them would have to give me some kind of drug. Me no know.
Hello.
Like NyQuil. Some shit.
Drugs,
Benadryl.
dog. Like
I don't know.
sleep.
what I'm saying? Oh, like a light,
yeah.
like a light.
18 hours.
Drake-
no.
Drake
Like,
took
in
half
that
a
instance,
Xanax
No, you'd have
and
definitely
slept
want
through
me
the
out.
flight.
You understand?
Yeah, bro, I was knocked.
There you
But you know what I mean? Just run it red before the flight is generally my pre. Don't sleep at all. Like just run it red. Do what I'm doing before the plane take off. I am asleep.
No. First
I
of
am
all,
out.
I guess that run it red thing can work. Because let me tell you, I went away 3 times last year and I didn't take vacation once. So I just like leave from work and
cheese
just
bread.
go.
10-year-old, I look them own a tea bread.
I know.
So last night we were at
Oh, it's a
Protege's.
cheese
We were
bread.
at Protege's concert, and that song played. And for the first time in my life, I knew the lyrics. I sang that bitch. I was like, 10-year-old, I look them on a tea bread. Let me tell
As
you,
opposed to
I
just
was
mumbling
so
and
hyped.
saying tea
I
bread.
was so hyped. Where's that?
As opposed to just mumbling and then shouting
Yeah,
tea bread.
Yo,
Tea bread.
Steen, how was Protege's concert?
It was so good, guys. Oh my gosh, Jesse Royal performed.
Just my
I hope
artist,
he
you know.
watches this podcast. Let me tell you, I love him.
But like,
so
woman,
much.
there's so like I keep seeing woman on Twitter deading over the man,
Oh my gosh, he's
Like,
so fly. Let me tell you something.
dying,
He's so fly.
dying over.
I love like after
them
the show.
them don't listen
haven't
to
heard-
Munga.
I haven't
Those
heard-
women do not listen to
I haven't
Munga.
heard a woman. I haven't heard a Jamaican. Anybody describe anybody as yo that dog's so fly, ever unless it's a joke. So you know the dog fresh.
Yeah, I guess
He's fresh.
I
He's
don't-
like
I don't-
really, really fly.
You know him.
he's okay.
He
I don't know.
fly.
I like his music.
I
don't-
like his
don't
I
music
look
as
love
at
well.
his
him.
music. Oh my, so last
See,
night,
yep.
I went to go take
Tell
a
us
picture
about
with
it.
him.
Was it
and
full?
Yeah, it
The
was pretty
venue?
full.
Yeah.
So I went to go take a picture with him after the show, and he has this song called Full Moon on his new album.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Lily
we're
of
taking
the Valley.
my friend Sean was taking a picture and it was dark. So Jesse's like, oh man, the full moon will give us some light, man. And I was like, yeah, full moon and the time is rising. He's like, lyrics. And I almost had a heart attack.
For those of you who are not watching, Christine just melted into a puddle of Christine.
No, man.
Fucking
Believe me,
puddle,
you guys don't understand. I love Jessica. I was screaming the entire time. When I done, my heart was just pounding. But other than that,
Could have probably
the
seen
show
it.
was alright. But yeah, it was a good
rib
show.
cage
Still.
just a rocky.
And I mean, I look good, so.
Let them know. For those of you not watching.
No mean to toot my own horn, but
No, come on,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Chad. What
Chad.
what sound does a Tesla make?
A Tesla? I don't.
no, that's a Prius. Prius sound like gay guys' farts.
Tell me something. Why do you
Tell
know?
me something good.
Why does he
Well,
know
that-
how gay?
how
Why do you know how gay guys fart?
It's on the assumption that their asshole is looser than the average asshole, and as such, the will pass out much easier.
Okay. You get where? Yeah, you get where?
There we go.
You get where?
It's just based on assumptions. I may be wrong. I don't know.
I knew the joke, but I never asked why. And that makes so much sense. Oh my God, yo!
Why?
That reminds me of another joke I heard in high school.
This is gonna be so much worse.
Oh, it's gonna be awful.
It's gonna be so much worse.
Just repeating a story I heard means offend nobody in the alphabet squad, okay?
Not putting down any fences. Don't take them up.
Love all of you. Just saying what I heard. Why can't a gay guy go to the beach?
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Come my drone. My dream bed. Woo!
That's not funny.
No, it's not.
It's
not.
hilarious.
It's not. That's not funny at all. That's not funny at all. God.
Woo!
You cisgendered,
God.
you cisgendered pig.
Right wing.
No. You
Fascist.
you cisgendered privileged male in this patriarchal society.
Yeah.
With your brown skin.
What are you, fox skin?
What?
Are you fox skin? Do you identify as a fox?
Dog, I don't even like joking
What's
about
a
those
fox?
people.
The
All right,
animal?
fox skin.
People who identify
Kin.
as foxes.
Called animal kin. You know how you have, you have the LGBTQIA, and then you
Plus.
have the cisgendered folk. You also have like animal kin people.
Sister like us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
People who identify.
People who
with what their
identify as
bond is.
all the
Oh.
wiring match the software basically. So that's what cisgendered is.
Mhm.
You have people that do animal kin, which is, I'm not even a person, my nigga.
Oh.
I'm supposed to be a
dog
hawk
or
or a
puss.
dog or a fox or a puss.
Oh, okay.
And they like,
Christine face.
yo, you think they play with this shit?
No, them believe.
And I don't mean furries, like the people that dress up in the costumes, right? I mean,
so hold on. So I have one question.
shoot.
What's like the color of these people's skin?
It's not melanated.
If
Oh.
that's what you're
If that's what
asking.
you're asking.
All right. So next topic.
My brethren of the dark continent don't play these games.
You know, I wanted to know who has like thicker skin, like literally thicker skin, like white people or black people.
Black people, because they spend more time out in the elements ethnically.
But so no, this is why I have to ask. White
Them
people
in the
like
sun.
live up in the snow. Like,
Mhm.
wouldn't they have?
Thicker
skin?
skin. No, fat is what keeps you warm, not the skin. So you could assume that they would be fatter than black people. However,
Yeah.
there's less food in the frozen wastes of the north.
So they're not.
No.
So
They
they're
just
fucked.
they killed all the animals and wore their skins.
Ah.
While the black man
For
was
warmth.
trying not to be killed by the animals
When they
around
could
him.
eat the animals for warmth.
Yeah, so you killed. So all right, whales. They would kill a whale. Went back in the whaling days. The Inuit. The Inuit is apparently a racist term.
That's how they got their oil.
The First
Inuit's
Nations.
a racist term?
Apparently,
Really? I thought that was just
the First Nations.
the
of
First Nations. Okay.
The Arctic. Them people there. They when them capture a whale, you
So
get the
are
meat.
is Eskimos racist?
Yeah, I think so.
Eskimos.
I think
racist?
Eskimos.
Y'all
are racist
aren't
term.
taking Eskimos from me.
I don't think Inuit. Maybe it's Eskimo that's racist and not Inuit.
I joke. I don't know.
Any which way, I don't know. Cause them have
Continue.
them own names
Mhm.
for them groups.
Mhm.
But
Fair enough.
you
First
kill a
Nation.
whale, you get meat for that feed you for months,
You
and it's
get- you
cold,
get
so you
oil.
freeze it.
Right.
And then the blubber, you
get
melt
oil.
down the blubber, the fat, and you get oil. That oil them use for run them lamp. Them use that for oil them weapons. Them use it for everything you need oil for. and then they would kill like polar bears
Yeah.
and use the fur of the polar bear to make a jacket, and then use the skin of like a seal to make shoes, and shit like that. So you just use what you had, because if you're living in snow, you ain't got shit but snow.
Definitely.
So that's literally them would have made them house out of snow.
You ain't got shit but snow.
Yeah.
Innovative.
You have water, either liquid or frozen. That's it. Live.
And everything that's around you.
Know,
Just
speaking of which, you guys watch That Strange Rock? Is it That Strange Rock or This Strange Rock?
is that the Will Smith?
Yes.
I'm 2 episodes in.
Yeah, it's so good.
I've
First of
watched
all, in the first episode,
Is it about planet
they
Earth?
mentioned. Let me
Yeah,
tell you something.
it's-
I know.
It's about planet Earth
Yeah.
as explained and experienced through
By
astronauts.
Okay.
So it's them talking about how crazy Earth is from
From
like
space.
being up there.
To
Okay.
the USS space station. Yeah, but like, and let me tell you, I may not know as much as Bob does.
No
but
one,
like,
no
I
one
know-
in real life knows as much as Bob does.
I know a little
A
about
lot
a
of
lot.
people.
And in the first episode, there was like they mentioned, diatoms.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard that word.
Yeah.
I've never, ever heard
you know
about
what's
it, and
funny?
it was so-
You know where I came across? Martin did archaeology, so he would have heard about
Oh,
diatoms.
Yeah.
Okay,
I heard
yeah.
about diatoms when I started doing gardening.
Yeah.
Because a thing you use in gardening to keep pests away from your plants is diatomaceous earth, which is soil, which is made up of just crushed diatoms.
Right.
And you sprinkle it around your plants, and like it's very hydrophilic. So if a slug on it, them dry out.
Oh.
And it's also very abrasive, so it will get in the joints of like ants and fuck them up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it came across. That's how I learned about
So it was
diatoms.
just like a couple of days ago that I learned the word diatoms, and it's so funny I can never know how oxygen. How did I pronounce that word that way?
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
No, it just sounded kind of weird.
Yeah, I know.
Coming out of my mouth.
It's,
Oxygen.
it's crazy
is
because like
produced.
even in the like you said, I did archaeology.
Mhm.
When I was doing paleontology, and you're looking at like everything settles in basically uniform beds.
Mhm.
Right.
So if you cut
Sedimentation.
boom, so you cut through all of that shit, you get a pretty good cross section, and you can then this that happened.
Right.
It's a lot of sediment till diatom show
And then there's also
till veg, and then boom, everything get thicker. There's a whole heap of more things going on, and sediments structure themselves change because of life.
Mhm.
From the dirt up.
I tell you,
I'm just gonna tell you guys that you need to watch that docu-series.
I watch Cosmos.
As I say, watch that and watch Cosmos.
Get high
No,
and watch
start-
Cosmos.
Watch watch the Will Smith one because it starts here on planet Earth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then if you really like that, dog, go watch Cosmos with
I
Black
really
Sands
love
guy.
it. And let
Black
me tell you,
Sands
just
guy.
the video, just like the whole quality of how it's produced and everything, it's amazing. It's really, really good.
Let me tell you something.
Netflix though, Trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
This is how balling Netflix is. Disney and Apple are coming together to create a streaming platform to combat Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm. That's why they pulled all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, that's why they're
Disney
slowly
calling
pulling
all the
all of the
Marvel
Disney
stuff.
movies off of Netflix.
I didn't know this.
That's why they cancelled Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Punisher.
Oh.
They're slowly pulling everything off
Yeah, because
To ma-
Punisher never just dropped on Netflix the other day
and cancelled
and then pull it already.
because they're gonna make their own thing
Okay.
to combat Netflix. That's how balling Netflix is.
Mhm.
Disney is like,
if
that's a
everybody hates
problem.
it, dog,
You're doing something right,
You did.
or something completely wrong.
Who's to know?
One extreme.
Who's
Yeah.
to know? Who's to know? But Earth in and of itself
It's
is
amazing.
amazing
Yeah.
when you think about shit that
and
like the
just how
Great
it works
Dying.
and how everything
The Great
is.
Dying always gets to me because 98% of all life on Earth was wiped out and it bounced back.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy that that term stuck in Bob's head.
The Great Dying.
That's the dirtiest thing I've heard ever in terms of describing mass extinctions.
Yeah.
Right? You had
Like what happened? Everything died.
You had the Cambridge mass extinction. You did have the Cretaceous one where all the dinosaurs shelled off. This one was so all encompassing
Man,
on
they just
Earth,
call
like
it the Great Dying.
The Great Dying.
Everybody
on
put
land
together.
and in water and in sky.
Dead
Like,
off.
dog, everything did just dead.
98% of all
Just
life
all
on the planet.
Everything did shell off. Guys, go do your Googles. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
You think-
It started in the water, as most things do.
Mhm.
And then,
Shit in the water died. So, and most of, I think is like 60 or 70% of oxygen on Earth comes from the water.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because, so I also learned from the same docu-series that all of the oxygen that is produced by the Amazon
Rainforest.
rainforest
Mhm.
is actually used up by the Amazon rainforest. Like none of it escapes. I didn't know this.
Yeah, trees.
That's so wild.
You know, that's why if you give if someone's in a hospital and bring them a plant, you shouldn't leave the plant in the room overnight, even, like, because at night it
my mom used to always tell me that you mustn't have plants in your bedroom.
It will suck up oxygen.
Yeah.
Because in the daytime, them produce oxygen.
Produces it, but
nighttime,
nighttime it reverses. Yeah. I learned that at a very young age, so I know that I mustn't keep plants in my room.
Yep.
When I sleep.
Because imagine you get taken up by a fucking plant.
Can you imagine?
I like how they mentioned something that I don't think a lot of people know, that the world's biggest river
is a river in the sky.
Is a river in the sky.
That's so wild.
Oh, as in the current of water vapor.
The current of water vapor going from like the roots to the soil to transpiration to up top. That's the world's biggest river. It's a river in the sky. And you see it all the time. Not a lot of people meant that. I was watching it with a big old smile on my face.
The astronauts were saying that they've never gotten a proper picture of the Amazon rainforest.
Oh, it's too full.
Too big.
No, the
too
river's
covered.
always blocking it.
Oh,
too full. Too much plants pushing transpiring up, which producing clouds, which then producing rain, and it's just one continuous flowing river. You can't get a proper photo of it.
Flat earthers out there
frothing at the mouth.
Sorry,
right,
Seb.
Wait, we're having a flat earther on later, aren't we?
Should be.
A what?
A flat earther.
He's gonna tell us he's not a flat earther.
Who
he just questions the roundness of it.
What?
We have a friend. Yeah, no. Him did say it one time. Him don't believe that it's flat. I do. One friend. Yeah, just Martin.
Shame.
Just Martin. He's the one friend.
Okay.
But yeah, he questions along with Molly. Questions the curvature of the earth.
Oh. Well, I'm a surveyor.
They may not believe it's flat, but they don't think it's as curved as everyone says it is. But here's my thing.
So it just kind of curved.
What's the fucking purpose of lying about that?
Well, according to Eddie Bravo.
No, don't you fucking dare bring up Eddie Bravo as a rational point of information.
I never said it was rational, my guy.
I'm scared.
According to Eddie Bravo, it's harder to...
Eddie Bravo dropped in at the fucking
it's
womb.
Harder to control...
As a fucking fetus and drop on him head.
It's harder to control of... Eddie Bravo is one of the world's foremost martial arts expert in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he could beat you fucking ass.
He could strangle all these people. But according to him, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. It's easier to control people on a globe than it would be if it's flat. Because if it's flat, people would just jump off. No, people would know that they could just run over to their friends. But on a globe, you're separated. So that's why they do it, man. People really believe
somebody need to punch Eddie Bravo in him neck.
I think
that right in him Adam's apple. Punch him in him fucking Adam's apple and shut up.
Right in them chotes.
Yo, did you know Rogan and Alex Jones are feuding? Well, Alex Jones is feuding with Rogan.
When did they ever stop?
We can talk about things that me know about.
No. We're expanding your mind.
I don't really want.
Open your mind, Chad.
What else from that Netflix documentary, the Will Smith one, blew your mind?
Yeah.
Because
we can tell you more.
I think I'm at the third episode.
Would you like to know more?
I'm trying to remember what's going on in the third episode.
Did you say tidbit a while ago?
Did I say tidbit?
Did you say tidbit?
No.
Who said tidbit? You said tidbit.
I probably said tidbit.
Yeah. But I honestly, I don't remember.
What's wrong with...
What's going on?
What's wrong with tidbit?
Tidbit?
In the last episode.
What's wrong with tidbit?
Oh, in the last episode they were talking about... The last one that I watched, they were talking about tides.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's fucking crazy that the big fucking rock in the sky pulls our oceans?
I don't think it's crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
You know, it used to... tides used to be higher.
Crazy, bro.
The tides used to be high. It used to have more of an effect.
Was the moon closer?
Yeah. The moon's slowly drifting out of orbit.
Nice.
So
the planet will fall apart eventually? Yeah, but we'll be dead long before that.
We'll be dead before that, but we are going to eventually lose.
No, as in humanity on a whole will be dead before that.
Yeah, don't know about that. But did you know
if the moon is leaving and leaving and leaving, we're gonna die.
Did you know there's a mathematical thing that the man them did come up with in the 1800s or whatever that accurately predicted where each planetary body in the solar system
it's called an almanac.
For 10 should be, where the positions where their orbits should be.
Oh yeah, before they could actually see them.
Only two things in that shit that don't fit. Pluto. After they got it. No, it's not Pluto. Earth not for there where it's supposed to be, and there's not supposed to be an asteroid belt. So the thought, right, is that something slapped the holy piss out of where Earth's supposed to have been.
Yeah. And not to
the remnants of that is the asteroid belt. That's why Earth wobbles on its axis, and the remnants of that in here would be the moon. So that is the functioning theory
because
of why
they said
Earth
that the
has a
sediments
moon.
on the moon are similar to what we have
But-
here on Earth.
But after us, there's Mars and then the asteroid belt, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So could you then hypothesize then that all the inner planets are come from one huge thing?
I don't know.
Because the asteroid belt is humongous.
It is.
So I wouldn't say that it's one planetary body just get a piece of it, slap off and became the asteroid belt.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it about the mass of all those asteroids that keeps them at that distance from the sun? Jupiter pulls them that way, and the sun pulls them this way.
Jupiter and Saturn.
Well, but what is it about their mass? They would have to have a specific mass in order to maintain that orbit.
True.
So we could.
It's God, man.
Which one? Which one of them?
I love how hard
Choose
Bob
one.
kiss him teeth. Oh, hello, go.
You have to tell me which one first, and I can argue.
We're not gonna go
It's
there.
Oh
Agreed.
gosh, it's
Agreed,
the
Steve.
giant
Mutombo.
Mutombo.
Christine, didn't you know?
You don't know about Mutombo?
We live in the eye of a blue-eyed giant named Mutombo.
You never know.
I know, but Steve is right. Let's talk about something.
Welcome to the school of
let's-
Mutombo.
Let's talk about something that Steve knows. Or something.
Yeah,
Steen, you're a big old person on Twitter. What's been going on Jamaican Twitter? What's something that we can argue about? Not talking about the law thing.
Nah, I'm not.
We're
talking
not
about
doing that.
shit at all.
No interest. What's something fun gimmicks wise?
Give me space. Oh shit! It's like when you ask somebody something, and all of a sudden like
You blank out.
blank.
What was going on earlier in the week when people kept quoting a tweet of a girl who went from like 0 to 100 in her reaction? Something about another girl having her vagina all over Twitter.
Yeah. So apparently, is what she did say.
But what was that laugh?
What's about?
No, because the bitch's response was so aggressive.
Yeah, it was really aggressive. Like, and it wasn't. It was so unnecessary. But what did she say? Like, she was saying, that you can. I think it was something that was going on, like in her phone or something, and she never know that she could change it. And she
Yeah,
was like,
something
that
like
you
that.
can change this, whatever. And she's like, girl, you pussy up on the internet. Go worry about your front. And I said, okay.
Basically.
That is what.
That reminds me of the Donita Box and Take Back Your Hair girl.
The what?
Was that the UE fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
These two young ladies got into an altercation
Mm-hmm.
at Youre a couple of years ago. And there was hair pulling and some pieces of weave came out during that incident. And
some pieces of weave.
yeah, some pieces of weave came out. And then there was boxing and whatever. They were eventually separated. And as one was driving out, the other one was stood there on the side. And one of them must have shouted out of the car, you must take back your hair, girl. And the girl said, yeah, but your pussy big. And I was like, all right.
She win.
You win. You lost the fight, but you won the verbal battle.
Win. She win, dog.
Yeah, but your pussy
She
big.
win
I was
the
like,
whole
alright,
war.
cool.
She might lose the battle, but she win the whole
but
war,
your
dog.
pussy
She's
big.
like,
But your pussy
yeah,
big. Alright.
you can't match that.
That's
So
not.
hold on.
But that's just
did
women. That's why they
anyone-
can't fight.
Did anyone
Did you do it?
Them go too hard.
did anyone see this quote unquote photo that inspired such rage?
That we were talking about
Yes,
initially.
that we were no.
Remember,
one?
we were asking for it in the
Yeah,
group,
like
you know.
everybody.
I was just like,
I said,
big-
where's this vagina that's allegedly on the internet?
Yeah,
I would
that
like
no one has seen.
Monique. I would like to see it. You know, that's pretty much like what the GIF
I would like
was.
to see it.
That's pretty much what the GIF was
I would
like.
like to
What is this person whiling
I
out
would
about?
like to see it.
I am pleased though because Jamaica love these people. So I'm kind of happy that enough people are just like
This was unnecessary.
that
Yeah.
one you did wild still. Like
Yeah.
you
It
never
was very unnecessary.
like 0 to
And
100
as a matter of fact,
instantaneously.
I think his Mantis did send it in group chat,
Mm.
and like
Yeah.
I just found
And
the girl
if-
same time and blocked her.
If Kimani,
I literally went into Twitter and I
Just to
searched
block
for
the
her
girl.
and I just blocked
if
her. 'Cause like, yo, that's-
Kimani can go,
dog,
dog,
that
this
wild.
never
That too much?
needed.
You know
It
it too much.
wild.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, there was something else where like there was a dog who had a curious cat. The anonymous questions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
And a girl said, your penis is under 8 inches. How do you feel about that, little hood boy? And him they say something like
No way.
no, yeah, him they say something like, I don't know how you feel, ocean hole.
Ocean hole.
I remember that.
Everybody's
Good
response was
God.
just dead in with
Ocean
laugh.
hole.
So you
she
see,
better lucky she didn't anonymous.
so you see, there's a witty way to do these things, okay? And Ocean Hole took me out.
But she did him first. Cause alright, this morning
First of all, his penis is under 8 inches. So is most of the world. You know, whoops.
This morning is I think it's this morning. Somebody like said to Adley. Adley was just there minding his business on Twitter. Should I be calling names?
Yeah, no, everyone knows Adley.
I
He's
don't-
a very
Right. His name is Semantics
pop
on Twitter.
person on
So he
Jamaican
on the
Twitter.
Twitter.
like he was tweeting minding his own business, and somebody just replied and was like,
I don't
Oh,
know
All
why.
them
I
don't
don't
like him display picture.
Your display
Yeah,
pictures
yeah,
are
yeah.
annoying to look at. And
Guard
he's
your
like,
peace.
okay,
Yeah.
no problem. I'm gonna help you out with that.
Just go block them.
Just block them. Move on.
You don't like my display picture? Don't look at it.
How is that even warranted?
Bruh. I got mentioned in a tweet must say earlier in the week, and I ain't Twitter famous at all. I'm just one of the laughers, you know, the haha that bad dog.
Scroll and laugh.
You know, scroll and laugh. So I tried to click on the profile so I could see the because it was
So they can see your fit, Chad.
it was a quoted tweet. So, you know, when like you have to click to see more. No, ew. When they have to click to see more,
Yeah.
I click to see more.
Yeah.
You are blocked. I go, what the fuck did I do?
Yep.
So clearly, you're always the villain of someone else's story. But, you know.
Yeah,
But
we
you know,
already we already have our block story.
Yeah, Quiet Perry blocked me a couple of years ago too.
Really? What'd you do?
Let me tell you. You remember that tweet? Okay. So it was Grammys, I think, and Bob Marley's grandson was performing or something like that. And somebody tweeted and
What's
said,
name? Zion.
huh?
What's
Yeah,
that?
something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and Quiet Perry tweeted and he said, it's like Mo said something like Mo
Yeah,
said
it
Zion
was
looks
started
exactly like Bob Marley or something, like he's a reincarnation of Bob Marley. And somebody replied and said, I don't know how it is under the sea.
Yo!
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea. Down here is wetter. Music is better. Sing it to me.
I don't know how it is under the sea, but here on land, families tend to have genetic traits that, you know.
Them look alike.
And all I did was retweet.
And you get blocked?
But that did funny.
Brother, I was dying.
But that did
It was
funny.
like 2017.
But that did
Under
funny.
the sea.
Yo, it was one of the Olympics when the Goldfish tweet did happen. And
Listen,
I
it's fucking hilarious.
I retweeted and went LOL. You know, you can take that as me laughing, or you can take that as like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that. So many people got mad at me. I'm like, dog, that's funny.
It's funny.
What was that?
So
The hurdles runner
the 110 hurdles runner, he won gold.
And
But
then
he's
he
allegedly
kind of celebrated
homosexual.
effeminately.
Oh, I
he,
remember.
he would celebrate, you know, apparently too feminine. And someone made I think, was it a headline in the newspaper or was it a tweet?
No, somebody
I remember.
Tweeted goldfish, you know,
Yeah.
gold medal
Goldfish.
fish. Oh, people was mad. I was
Yeah.
cracking
I
up,
remember
mate. That was just funny. That was just
As
witty.
I was saying
have
it
to
to
be so
Steen
careful.
earlier. You can't be offended unless you choose to be offended.
Yeah.
And honestly, things like that, if you're not being victimized, man, I see why you should be offended
Yeah.
by it.
Like a lot of shit that goes on Twitter. I just...
Bro, you remember how all American Twitter went in on Demi Lovato for saying that she found the 21 Savage memes
And he
funny?
came
Yeah.
out, he's like,
21
oh, yeah.
Savage was
Say him
like,
find
yo,
it funny too.
Yeah.
I was laughing at them. Some was funny. Sometimes shit's funny.
21
But on the
chap.
flip side, right, I do understand the schoolyard mentality of if I roasting Bob, but Christine laugh a little too hard,
Yeah.
Bob can then
Yeah.
roast Christine. Like, it's just kind of,
Yeah.
you know, everyone can get these jokes.
Exactly.
Kind of,
No, but let me tell you, her tweet was kind of... It
Un-
did kind of
insensitive.
wild.
Insensitive.
It did kind of wild still. Because
Demi?
she's like, my favorite part of the Grammys is reading all of these 21 Savage tweets. Or something like that.
of the Super Bowl.
Of the Super Bowl, right.
I was reading 21 Savage memes.
And it
But-
was kind of... No, I don't know.
Listen,
I
when
think it's
Demi
all-
went to rehab, niggas was saying, yo, this shit hotter than a spoon in Demi Lovato's house.
Jesus Christ.
And I was just like, okay.
Best
That's fucking
meme-
hilarious.
Best meme or tweet
But
rather
you
made,
probably shouldn't say that.
which we probably shouldn't be laughing about, of Demi Lovato going to rehab. You know, Chimam, when the first don't stop. All right,
Yeah.
you have that part like Michael flips
Oh,
over his
yeah.
hand and him rolling up his sleeves, and a man's like Demi right now running back to rehab. Chimam, when the first don't stop. Yo, I wept.
Like,
I
Jesus.
wept, man. Like, Bro, and Uno know when I find a joke funny.
Yeah.
I
Hashtag Martin laugh.
God no.
look at her.
I-
Look
like,
at how
no,
she's
like a
folding
star.
into a little person.
I don't know why she bought to buy a plane ticket when she can just go in the luggage.
I'm claustrophobic.
We will knock you out.
We got them drugs.
Ain't no thing.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing, which is how you're currently bent up.
That's true.
Witty.
Kind of
Yeah, what when I laugh, you see me?
Yeah, I star a lot about. You know what?
I laugh at you.
Okay. goes to find starred messages.
Yeah, I'm gonna find them.
Yo, like when I laugh at people, not even at people, when I laugh at things or jokes that people send to the
I
group.
gotta take the AirPods out. Hold on.
The dickhead known as Chad.
I hate them so much.
Right.
That's just one.
Y'all send funny shit to the group, and sometimes things just like mash me up. Are you all looking for me laughing?
No, I'm just I don't remember any of the things I've starred. Dance.
Yo, I did have to snip that from like an argument that was happening between these two virgins, right?
I start all of them. Not done. Who is that? Who that?
Burn!
How would he get this? How would he get this?
Nikolai did say if you find yourself laughing before you type, it probably isn't funny.
We're going in, dog. Nick Nikolai is a shooter, you know. Nikolai is a shooter in a bad man. Just from atop his horse, just and you drop. And you can't do nothing. Y'all group chat not as hot as our group chat, okay? Especially when everyone's on or it's about a gimmicks topic.
When Youre reach in the group chat, you know shit's going down.
Yeah, man. And he probably going to be something where you're going to have to go, do I agree with... You know, you have a point.
Yeah, a lot of times when Youre come in the group chat, it's kind of like...
But he right.
I guess.
He right.
I get. It's like, you know that meme? I guess.
Yeah. Like, yeah, at the beginning of the sentence, you ain't go, dog, I fuck your chat. But then by the time he wraps up the convo, you go, he right. He got a point.
He got a point.
Good debate, though.
Yeah.
What, except for when he uses this term that pisses Bob off every time in the group chat, and I love it. Something fallacy.
Pathetic fallacy.
Something like slippery slope fallacy or something. Every time like there's a hot argument going on and like Yard catches somebody and that, Bob almost always sends the same gif of Robert Downey Jr. going,
Just Yard out here white knighting, bro.
Oh my god.
the man is living his truth. Okay? Stop.
Ew.
Put on the phone.
Your pussy full of cobweb, girl.
Jesus
What
Christ.
was this?
What?
Who did send this to you, Christine?
Somebody said that to me.
When he said that person, I was like, yo, who get that? And I was like, wait, but that was me.
Dummy send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your pussy
She
full of
lied, though.
cobweb, girl. Wow.
She ain't tell a lie.
Hot. Lone shooters in that group.
I'm
Brother,
telling you.
a murderers walk up and
Your
down
head
in
back
that
left careless, it gone.
all the
Flat
time, all the time. Unless you get sent around. If you get
I don't think anybody can get sent around anymore, though.
Oh, this
Mantis.
World Cup. Yeah. Oh my god.
Nobody can get sent around no more. Arima live around.
She live round there.
Yeah.
brother.
She live round her
So
own.
we can't. There's no room.
Dog is when the two manga people them start fight. I love it, you know. Christine and Kimani.
Dog.
It's when the two of them start war. And
All
call,
we need is a
and
stiff
call
breeze, you
each,
know.
Call each other skinny. But then they go, really?
Dog, it's always
Oh.
hilarious though when man to say him going buff Christine. Che.
Don't mean to laugh. But yes, we do it funny. Yo, it's hilarious when you guys go back and forth, man.
Why are you looking at me in that tone of voice?
What? You called? Who did you?
Yeah, go into Martin. Go into that side of the couch.
Who did you call him the other day?
Dog, she have the man saving her phone as Batty boy. You know? So
and every time someone adds him, right? Every time someone adds him, Christine sends a screenshot of the group chat because
Batty
it's like you going, yo. I will go, yo, Kimani, what you doing later? And it will be, yo, Batty man. Yo,
let me tell you,
y'all are best friends,
he was asking
okay?
about sex education. And he was like, he was saying that.
Otis, and
Otis.
Otis' best friend's gay, and Christine basically calls him Otis' best friend, but it happened early.
Because I said to him that, I don't remember what I said to him, and he's like, oh, I thought Otis was you. And I was like, yeah, because you know you're my best friend too.
Oh, dog, it happened early in the morning, so like it flew over everyone's head.
It flew over everybody. I'm so mad because it was such a great.
Brother,
you have to go back, go delete the message.
I know it was a good burn because Kimani did say to me one away, you know, so I'm happy nobody never told me. I was like, yeah, man, I saw you know it need a hot dog.
Yeah, it was a good one. I'm so mad nobody never really.
You first stop dealing with the man color, so you know, man.
Yeah, you remember the early days of the group and you'd come back to 1,000 messages?
That's why
everybody get work now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah,
everybody get work now.
Legitimately,
but
yeah.
I mean, when we come together still.
Turn up.
It's a wonder how that group chat really lasts so long.
It's like when you just randomly like yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody messaged yesterday at all.
And you know the funny part about it is that a lot of us never know each other from before. I for one never know any of these niggas.
No.
I knew Bob.
Yeah, I knew the niggas. I didn't know nobody else.
Right. So, but it's just it's a good group chat.
And I remember this is the offshoot.
Yeah, from the original
group chat, but you know, fuckery happens.
Niggas tend to nigga.
Yeah.
Niggas out here nigging in the streets every day.
Nigga. I'm 100% nigga.
Yeah. But this, I mean,
yo, hold on. What?
Remember, we also had another group chat.
Yeah,
it's still alive, you know. But it's just me and like 3 other men.
I detonated that one. I'm sorry.
No, we're just there talking about something like football now.
I detonated that group chat. I'm sorry. Like it was the group chat. It was going good.
It was fine.
I was the Bob and the niece at that time. Like me and my girlfriend in that group, and then we broke up.
Well,
and then everyone else just kind of long time. And then everyone else just kind of went, Wamba, I can do that. And
everyone's like, you can leave the group.
Yeah. Like, let me
the
tell you
factions split off.
Yeah. You see, if you realize that like a couple of days pass and a couple of weeks pass and
not necessary, just
rather them create a group without you. I've done that too many times to not know. If I see a group just died on and nobody not talking in the group, like at all, no time, yeah, man.
They moved on.
Yeah, man.
They moved on fair.
Man.
So that happened yesterday when I make a new group yesterday?
No, we was all just working.
Yeah, I guess.
You wouldn't know.
I was working. Yeah, I wouldn't know. me. Sorry. Hashtag NetJets. Yo, I've been noticing on Twitter, people have been like, black people in particular, have been using like nigger, but with the hard ER.
Nigger, yeah.
And I don't like seeing it. Why? What's going on?
I don't know.
What's going on?
They're probably gonna tell her that they're reclaiming the word or some shit.
What's talking about that, man?
If homosexuals started calling each other faggot, that's what it's like to me.
It's so. Let me tell you, even
the hard ER genuinely off puts me. Like seeing seeing NIGGER genuinely makes me go. Yeah. Even if it's a joke.
Like you have to go on them page and click them pictures.
Yeah, and like, are you white? And then when I see a black person, I still don't go, oh, I go, but why though?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even use the word. I just say those hard R's.
Yeah, I'll be like, yo, hard R. I won't say, I don't know. Maybe it's like some dumb cultural thing inbred in me. But it's A and hard ER, two different words.
So funny because like Jamaicans aren't.
It's not a thing for us.
Exactly.
And it still bugs me.
Exactly. So, you know, like, don't do that shit.
I don't know. You think the slave people in Jamaica called the slaves here niggers? Yeah. Or is that just a strictly American thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Of course I did.
We don't know that.
Wait, out here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like hard R's?
Yeah. Of course.
So why we don't have that?
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because of the melting
So we were the bad slaves, yeah.
melting pot of the Caribbean, and
Well,
we were the breaker island that was used to offshoot to other people.
Yeah, we were the bad
You
slaves.
knew that?
Yeah.
So
That's why we run the fastest. Genuinely, it's genetic.
I heard a comedian say
Fast
that,
twitch muscles.
you know how Hitler wanted to go and create a genetically superior race?
Yeah.
I think you already did that with the black folks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, facts.
Yeah.
Facts. If you was running down generations of man with dog and horse, the man they going to get well quick. And they did get well quick. Like, look at the NBA. When you see someone chuck over another person and like ram, slam the ball in, you feel like the white players thinking, why didn't I think of that? It's like, no, you can't do it. It's just whoops.
Every sport white man make up them fail up. Once black people get involved.
Nah, curling,
which is why
curling's on its own.
No, but because black people aren't involved.
Cricket, football,
Yeah, once a black man get involved in the sport, a black man become the best.
tennis.
So you're saying black people are innately superior at athletic pursuits?
Usually.
Yes.
Are you saying that, black power?
No.
Huh?
I don't really
I
care.
don't-
Just
I'm
leave
just
everybody
teasing.
alone.
I'm just Christine.
Leave everybody alone.
Yeah, do you not
I
remember?
don't nobody needs to be on top.
Do you not remember Bob just wants to go to the bushes and live alone?
Nobody I'm not saying black power because I'm saying any other color power, I just saying nobody needs to be on top.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Do you think that can ever
am
actually happen though?
so
You know what
passive
I
when it
read
comes to
about
this
today?
shit. Like, I don't care.
I actually read about a
Do you think
guy
it can
today.
have the concept of everyone just
Coming
going
together?
No, not coming together. Because I don't think world peace can be a thing.
No.
The concept of everyone just going.
Just leave me
"Alright,
alone.
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's ever
I'll
gonna
leave
work
you
out,
alone,
I
you
don't
leave
know.
me alone.
Do you
And
think
let me
that'll
tell you,
ever
like when
happen?
I said that I don't care, like I know it's not something to be proud of, but the thing is that it doesn't affect me. Like where I live, what I do. Like I don't have white people above my head. Well, sort of a lie, but you know what I mean. Like I don't. It doesn't affect me. We don't have racist people down here, and if them racist is
I mean,
only,
you
like,
probably do,
Yeah,
but
you
it's
know
not.
what I
It's not as racially
Yeah.
charged
Jamaica's
So, like, the
problem
other
is
day,
more
I was in the airport.
classism.
I was on the
and casual racism.
And our
Yeah.
racism is actually more against
white people,
Asians,
yeah.
Chinese and Indians.
Hey, Mr. Chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
But,
can I ask one random question and then we go back? Like how Chinese people are all Mr. Chin. The fuck do we call the Indians?
Cool, man.
Cool. There
Cool
you go.
man.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
so
Yeah. But no, I was in the airport the other day, and on the, what do you call that now? The thing that goes fast that you walk on now.
The walkway.
The moving
There you go.
walkway.
Moving walkway.
That. So like I was on it, and like you're supposed to stand to the right and walk to the left. But I was standing to the left, and like there was a lot of space, like there was nobody. There was like a man like couple foot behind me, on the other side. So he was standing, and there was a white guy coming with his little carry on, and like the man just wouldn't go around me. He's like excuse me, he's a white man, of course. He's like, excuse me, you're standing on the wrong side. So I turn around and there's a black man like a couple foot behind me, and I look at him and he's like, so like both of us are just like, really? So I just never about to move, cause I don't give a fuck. Like, nigga, you don't know me, wigger.
there's a big, thick black man living in this woman's head, Her and her child, Tyrone and Jamal.
Chad.
Chad.
There you go.
Chad and Tyrone.
Chad and Tyrone.
All inside of Christine's head.
It's not a lie.
See you, Bob.
I was saying, hold on.
Shit.
Wait, no?
We're closing in on an
All
hour.
the time.
We're on this Blackness thing, though. I
Yeah.
was reading about, wholeness, Andrew Wholeness, so
Is
our
he
Prime
supposed to
Minister.
be able to say nigga?
Yeah.
I can, I'm Jamaican. I've mixed with everything. I'm a
Okay.
mongrel just like
That's-
everybody
that-
here.
Bob's actually mixed to the point that I don't know what Bob really is.
Okay. You get it.
So
I get everything.
yeah.
Like
So,
some mongrel.
I
Dirty
am.
mongrel.
Yeah,
Dirty
Caribbean Royal Terrier.
How
Excuse
dare
you,
you? They've been
motherfucker.
officially named.
It's just a colloquial term. Dirty dog.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah. Andrew Holness tweet today.
Something
Today
about what's the
about
name?
Bustamante.
Oh,
Uncle Bustamante, a champion of human rights.
Jesus Christ.
Bustamante literally said, every
every
Rastaman for
Rastaman.
dead. Bustamante send police squad to go kill Rastaman that go Coral Gardens.
Bob
in the
came with something he
60s.
was
Every
already
time I
mad
drive
about.
through
Yeah,
this,
my
I
vex
remember.
dog. Because Bustamante is a post soul. Bustamante go marry him cousin. We can't be deifying man who out there fuck them family and a kill off Rastaman.
That's true.
Right? And
I'm going like it better than.
yeah, so for Wholeness to tweet something like that right after a reggae concert, one of the biggest reggae concerts we've had in the country in a while, or at least in Kingston, and a very good one. Yeah. People are like, dog, you don't see the disconnect that's happening here. But because of that, I saw somebody else making some posts about this guy named Leonard Howell. Leonard Howell was one of the first Rastafarians. He was one of the first Rasta preachers. He was one of the first persons to call Haile Selassie the next coming of God. Okay. He never wore dreadlocks though, funnily enough. But yeah, he formed a community up in Sligoville called Pinnacle, and he had a big farm. There was like 500 acres. Yeah. Self-sustaining community. They never needed anything from outside the community. The government raided it multiple times in the 50s and destroyed and burned. They were obviously going ganja there because it's Rastafarianism, but there's no ism. One the ism schism. They burn the weed, them burn the buildings, them kick out the people, them arrest Howell multiple times throughout the 50s, all on orders of Bustamante. Right. And
I've actually never heard of this.
Exactly. Because the police specifically burnt all of his books, his writings, his memoirs, and his letters. Oh. And this is a man who has traveled. He went to Panama to work, and he went to New York and Jamaica. He met Marcus Garvey. Right. As I say, he was the first man to deify Haile Selassie and consider in the crowning of Rastafari Makonnen as the next coming of God. And because of that, he was charged with sedition by the government and locked up on multiple occasions and sent to Bellevue.
Topped it off with mental health.
Yeah. God, they said that the stuff he wrote in his book calling this man God was obviously crazy. Because one God, it can't be a black man in Africa.
Well,
so there's a lot of...
Revoke white Jesus out for you kids.
There's a lot of black history that we just do not know about, even here in Jamaica, a predominantly black country.
I want to cover some of that one day on a podcast, Epi.
Did you know that there are alleged Taino descendants in St. Elizabeth?
Mm-hmm. I actually do know that.
I can't believe that.
And yet we hear so all of them dead. We don't have anything left from them because the white man come here and fuck it all up.
History is written by the victors.
Yeah.
And when the victors don't just like come slaughter and move on, they come slaughter, erase and build on top. Yeah. Never move on. Stay here, build, completely remove any chances of you seeing what's there.
You know what I'm saying?
How you going now?
If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Boom.
Right,
that's
Ancestry.com, for those of you that don't know, does not work particularly accurately for black people. And it doesn't work at all for Caribbean black people, specifically because, as Joy Badass said it best as anyone else could, they took you from where you were, disorganized everyone, and gave you the last name of your slave owners. Good fucking luck. Like,
you can probably, if you were a descendant of an American slave, you can trade the history up to your descendant being bought, and that's it. You can't go out any further.
Caribbean
my
blacks
did, the whole DNA test on Ancestry, and I was like, bro,
man, sell himself.
Like, you could have just asked me. I could have told you were 50% Nigerian. I could have told you that.
That nigga, you dark.
Oh, that's where you went with that.
I didn't want to go anywhere else,
sir. High five, one brain.
Thank you very much.
But so the results come back, and I'm like, I could have told you that. Like, you ain't gotta do that. And first of all, I don't even trust that shit. I feel like they're selling.
I was about to say, I'm also of the opinion that when you send any DNA to these places,
they're just building a big database.
A big database to either use or frame.
What, dog?
New world order. They're selling you biometrics.
Yeah.
The cabal.
Yeah.
The reptiles. They're making the frogs gay. People are eating frogs. People are turning gay. Oh my God.
Makes sense.
Population control.
Okay, this sound like.
That's Alex Jones for you. Yeah, but he'll say it's just a character.
That's not just a character. That's him. That's him.
Boy, so I never even get to say my Twitter name.
That's where you're gonna drop it in right now.
Yo.
Jeez.
Sheesh.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to this episode of the Bamcast. Yeah. I had a lot of fun, as we tend to have when we part with Steen. Steen, tell the people where to find you.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at, you have to write it down now, CHRSTNWHTLY.
I
My
might
name
not
is
edit a
Christine
lot
Wheatley.
of stuff in, but I do put the stuff in the bio.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
It's Christine Wheatley, but it's with no vowels.
Except
So-
Y.
Except Y. Because, sometimes Y.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bobby B, tell the people where to find you.
At Bob Dammit. It will be in the thingamabob at the beginning, probably in the bio as well. So, a nigga out here in these
I hear him
streets.
You can follow
Muriel.
me everywhere at Martin Pagan. Actually, just on Twitter at Martin Pagan. But you can follow the podcast page everywhere
At the
at the
Bamcast.
And my friend is here. She has a Jamaican page. You can follow her at Jamaican J Walker.
There you go.
There you
It's
go.
a really cool page. So,
Shout out
she
to
goes all the way
Prismatic
around
Verse
Jamaica.
for the intro. And Boom Jar Physics for the intro and outro song.
Yeah.
You know, it's real cool when you friends do cool shit. And we all come together and do cool shit together.
Yeah.
Do cool shit with your friends, guys.
Big up on yourself.
Loving y'all.
Watch the fucking videos. Like, I go up on the last one, like 20 views. One I do.
Versus the listenership, which is enough. So,
Yeah.
watch the shit, friends. Dropping bombs on your moms.
Fuck
Yeah.
car alarms.
I have no idea why we picked that as the time.
Oh.